One of the most important steps on the way to a college education is the entrance exam, the ACT or the SAT. We talked to teachers and business leaders about students preparing for these exams.
Less than 17% of high school students meet the requirements of basic college readiness according to the ACT. One of the conversations that I have with my students often, I say, do you realize what the average ACT composite score is in East Baton Rouge Parish? Because the average ACT score is a 19. And then I start asking them, what do you have to do to go to LSU? You have to have a 23. What do you have to do to go to somewhere like Georgia Tech? A 28 minimum. What do you have to do to go to Harvard? A 32. And that when you start putting it into context for some of them, it really gives them pause. They tell you about all of their big dreams. And you don't want to be the person that gives them the bad news.
The difference between a point and ACT changes the difference in the lives of a student, because it could be the opportunity for a student to go to a university they really want to go to. It also is a signal of how well prepared that kid is to get to that university.
A few points can make a difference of TOPS pays for your education, or you do not get TOPS, which then makes college unaffordable. A few points difference can make a difference in this wonderful university is offering you a scholarship, or no, they're not offering you a scholarship.
And now, the ACT and the SAT tests are changing.
ACT, SAT, these college entry tests, these assessments as you leave high school, are aligning to the Common Core standards. If we opt out of Common Core, if we retreat from these standards and don't prepare our students for these tests, they're going to be at such a disadvantage.
The questions are different. They're different than other standardized tests. And if your students have not been familiar with that type of question, where they're asking you to pull from maybe a web resource, a written article, and a video, and combine those three things to create research, if they're not used to that kind of question, they're not going to be able to perform on the ACT the way that they should. If kids aren't ready to do that, we'll fall even further behind in education.
Most parents have the dream of their children going to college, and we're holding them back from reaching that dream if we don't set them up to succeed.
If Louisiana doesn't teach to Common Core state standards, I think over time the results could be very tragic for our students.
We can't afford to worry about being too tough on them. The world will be too tough on them. We need to prepare them for it.